Good evening, everyone. I hope that you had a great Tuesday. We are going to go ahead and get started tonight. Really quickly, we are going to recap what we have read so far. And I have a slideshow here just to remind us of what we have read in our story. So in chapter 19, when Tawasha or Evie gets home on Thursday, Mama is dancing with joy because she got a job as a fifth grade teacher. If you can remember, because they are in witness protection, Mama was not allowed to work for a very long time. So she finally is able to teach again as a fifth grade teacher in her new city. Now, remember, because she is teaching, she is not using her real name and information. She is using her fake name. Okay. So she is very excited about working again because she really enjoyed teaching. Also in chapter 19, Evie and Anna tried to persuade Daddy to dance with Mama like he used to, but he won't do it. And Mama gets sad. Hold on one second. Let me lose. Mom goes sadly to her bedroom. So Mama is excited. She's dancing for joy, waving her paper in the air. And Daddy is just sitting there like this. So Mama's excited, and her husband, on the other hand, is not. So this is all, or the main points that happen in chapter 19. Hello, Luz. Welcome.
Hello.
In chapter 20, on Friday, Evie meets up with Mira and they have a race. Mira is her friend that she met on the school track team. If you can remember, Evie's parents don't know that she is running track. She is doing this behind her parents' back because they probably wouldn't allow her to run. So she has found something that she enjoys doing, and she does not want her parents to take that away from her. So she is keeping this as a secret. Okay. And in the midst of running track, she finds out that she is a good runner and the girls on the team like her. So she is finally making friends in her new place. It's almost as if they are slowly finding themselves, even though they have moved away and they have new identities. So, can you imagine moving away from all of your family and friends and not being able to communicate and that being difficult, but then you finally slowly get back to becoming yourself just a little bit? Okay. So that was chapter 20. In chapter 21, we had several things happen. Anna and Evie go out for coffee. So they are going out on a Saturday, just the two girls. Mama, gives them some money to go out and go to the movies and to have coffee. Well, they don't go to the movies. They go and have coffee, and Evie or Cameron tells her sister that she has been accepted into early college, Simon's Rock College in Massachusetts. Okay. So Evie is shocked that her sister wants to move away. Okay. But also, Evie thinks about the dreams she has where she runs away, all the way back to Denver. So each girl has something that they want to do. Evie wants to go back to Denver, and her sister, Anna, wants to move away from everybody. So she has applied to go to college, even though she is 16, because she has good grades. They accept her in college. Okay. Anna, which is her sister, says that she knows Evie will be okay because she has track from Mr. Lay. Okay. And so Evie was shocked because she didn't think anyone knew that she ran track, but her sister knew. Okay. And Evie's not so sure she will be okay without her sister. And Anna keeps talking about how she has to get out of this situation. She wants to get away from her mother's religion of being a Jehovah Witness and her daddy's depression or despair for just feeling like he has no control over his life. And then finally, in chapter 21, Anna reveals she'll be leaving for school in the spring. So here it is Christmas, around Christmas or January, and Cameron is planning on leaving in the next couple of months to go away to college. So I can imagine this being a lot for Evie to take in, because all she's known are her mom, her dad, and her sister. Now her sister wants to leave her and leave her by herself with her parents. That's tough. All right. So we have 7 more chapters to read before we are done with the books. Congratulations, ladies. We are almost done. We will read probably 4 chapters today, and then next week we will read 3. Before you leave today, I am going to share the survey for you to complete. I know, yay. I will share the survey for you to complete. Some of you have asked about our next class, and it will start September 12th. I'll put it in the chat. September 12th, which is a Tuesday. And right now it's scheduled on Tuesday because I start class. I'm going back to school for a year, and I start class on Wednesday, on Wednesday nights, okay? So right now, Tuesday will work. If we have to choose another day, I will let you know. So right now, Tuesday, September 12th is our next date for our next book club. We will be reading Andrew Clement's Things Hoped For. This is our next book. So once you do the survey and you tell me, yes, I want to be a part of the next book club, I will send you information about the book. Hopefully I can get some donations for the book so you don't have to buy it, or if you want to buy it, you can purchase it from Amazon, okay? All righty. So we are going to get started. Are there any questions so far? All right.
No, only you say the September 12th,
Yes, ma'am.
and the day is
Tuesday.
Tuesday. The
Yes.
same, the 6 to 7?
I may push it back to 6:30.
Oh, okay.
But on the survey, I do ask you what day and time works better. If most of the ladies say Thursday, then we may switch up to Thursday. Okay.
Yeah, because Tuesday I have a class in San Feliz Benipsi. It's a Zoom class.
Okay.
Yes, Thursday, es Monday, es Thursday and wait a minute. It's Tuesday and Thursday, yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's 2
Yeah.
days.
What time is your Zoom class?
The 7 to 9.
Oh, 7 to 9. Yeah. Now, what I can do, because it'll either be Tuesdays or Thursday. So either way, you would still miss the session, but I will record it if you want to
Okay.
watch it that way. So I will record them and send out the link if you want to do that.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. I'm sorry. It is hard to try to pick a day everyone can meet. So if for some reason you can't meet, that is okay. I will record like I'm doing now and send you the link because I am recording it and saving it to YouTube. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Can y'all see my screen? Can y'all see the book?
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Okay. We are going to go ahead and get started and make sure no one is trying to join. I think we are good. All right. Would anyone like to read? And let me look at, and this chapter is short. If not, I can read. All right, I will go. On Sunday. Yes, Miss Luz?
No, say, yeah, you can read it. I'm not reading very well.
It's okay. That's why we're here to practice.
Yeah, but I need more listening.
Okay.
Do it.
So you read this first page and I'll read the next one. How about that?
Okay.
Okay, come on. You got it. You got it.
Oh my God, I'm not reading good.
I'm going to help you.
Okay. Dice, on Sunday morning, I fell asleep. And Kingdom How and Mama made me go for walk when we go home. You
Obviously.
obviously need some air. She say another
Annoyed.
annoyed if you can keep your eyes open for 2 hours meeting. I reading be inside. I live and tired not to change too quickly into my room clothes. I week at Anna is tied to us as we take the corn running shoes mommy have bought me flex. We flexing my feet and try hard not to smile.
Mm-hmm.
It was still on cold out, but when it started running, the air seemed to grow warmer
Mm-hmm.
around me. I ran slowly, heading
Heading.
heading down to block the road to corner toward the part to the was a mile for our building. There were people dressed up in church clothes, greeting outside the Baptist church near to the park, and teenagers dressed in Paris party clothes, walking tired from the subway. At the entrance to the park, I stopped,
Mm-hmm.
running and being ordered to the rain. My breath when I looking up again. I say Toshiwa, coming out of the park with a black dog on the leash. She was walking beside a tall girl with glass. What
Glasses.
is that?
Oh,
Glasses? Yeah, ¿verdad?
yes.
Glasses and Toshiba narrow face in high che cheekbones. Cheekbone.
Mm-hmm.
I would. Wow.
Wait.
Waiting, and the girl lifted her hands and grinned. She walking with a bit of a limp in her left hand, lift in the ear. Toshiba tired her
Tilt. She tilted her head.
tilt to her hair.
Mhm.
How about this? We used I Joey? Uh, what is that?
I
Joey?
hold on.
Joey?
Tawasha tilted
The
her head toward me, but didn't wave. I jogged over to them.
okay.
Ah, mm-hmm.
Hey, I say, hey, yourself to shower. See, this is my sister Shayla.
Good job. You good.
Thank you.
Good. Let me tell you, the best way to practice is when you are by yourself, practice reading out loud. And if you have your own book, take a pen and circle the words you don't think you said properly. And that way,
Okay.
when we meet, we can talk about those words and how they are pronounced. Okay.
Yeah, because I'm reading it when I know when I'm reading for I'm nervous. I'm thinking it's no good. Sometimes it's good. Only I'm thinking my mind is crazy.
Absolutely. But you did very well. Good job. All right. So I will read. Hey yourself, Sheila said. She grinned again, then bent down to pet the dog. Who was sniffing at me? Tashawa raised a eyebrow at me, but didn't say anything. Good doggy, Sheila said. She had a high voice, like someone younger. She was a good dog. I said, bending down to stroke the dog's fur. I wish I had one. You can't have mine, Sheila said. She's all mine. She sat down on the ground and buried her face in the dog's fur. I looked at Tashawa and smiled. I really wasn't going to take her from you guys. Then Tashawa laughed. Sheila's kind of attached. I see. Geez, Sheila. All mine, Sheila said, grinning at me. A wind blew and I shivered. I was sweating underneath the running clothes, and the wind turned the sweat to freezing water on my back. What's your dog's name? Sheba, Sheila said. Sheba and Sheila forever. You out running? Tashawa asked. No, I'm riding a horse. Of course I'm running. Below us, Sheila was making noises at Sheba. The dog lay down, putting his head on Sheila's lap. After a moment, she turned onto her back and let Sheila rub her stomach. You a big runner back in San Francisco? Tashawa asked. I shrugged. Kind of. I'm going to go there one day, she said, looking off. I'm going to go see me all the great things about San Francisco. She turned to Sheila. We need to mosey, Sheila. Sheila got up slowly and wiped her butt. Sheba looked confused. I'm going to go with you, Sheila said. Me and Tashawa laughed. I shivered again, then started jogging in place. You don't have to go all the way to San Francisco, I said. I can tell you all about it. Be just like you were there. Tashawa looked at me, her one eyebrow raised. She stared at me for a long time before she let herself start smiling again. I'm game to try that. I'm game to try it that way first. Just get my bearings that way before I head out there. She nodded. I'm cold, Sheila said, turning to Tashawa's arm. Then come running with me. That'll warm you up. Sheila shook her head and grinned. No, no, no. I feel the same way, Sheila, Tashawa said. See you tomorrow, Evie. Yeah, I said, waving and taking off into a run. Behind me, I could feel them. I could feel them standing there watching me, could feel Tashawa's smiling eyes on my back. I sped up, pumping my arms faster, hearing Leia's words, hip to chest, with my hands, spider, hip to chest. My body was fluid. My stride felt flawless. In my head, I saw myself in slow motion, running against the cold wind blowing all around me, running hard against it, into it, through it, and winning. I, Evie Tashawa Thomas Green, was winning. Chapter 23. This morning, my father slammed his bowl against the floor, picked up a shard of it, and jammed it into his wrist, saying that he was ready to die now. So Daddy took a bowl and slammed it on the table, and it broke. And then he took a piece of the glass and stuck it in his wrist. Do you think something's starting to be wrong with Daddy? That he would want to cut himself? I think so. It is Monday. The ambulance came a half hour later, long after Mama had wrapped a towel around his arm, holding him down as he fought against her. Anna and I watched it all without moving, Anna's mouth hanging open, my whole body shaking. There is drying blood by the window. His chair is turned over on its side. We had been standing this way beside each other since it happened. My body has stopped shaking, but my legs were burning. Now Anna brings the window chair back to the kitchen table. She takes paper towels from the counter, wets them at the sink, and starts wiping up the blood. My body is here, but my mind isn't. It left as the glass pierced my father's skin. So Daddy literally took a piece of glass and stabbed himself. I'm weightless. I'm fast. I'm free. Do you think something is wrong with Daddy? You think he's having a mental breakdown with everything going on? I think so.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. He's starting to hurt himself. Chapter 24. The principal walked on the stage and asked us, no, she told us to all rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I stood up and placed my hand over my heart. I said the pledge at the top of my lungs, every word just as it was written, clearly and with feeling, the way it's supposed to be said. Then we sang America the Beautiful, just like we used to do in Denver before all the JoHo stuff hit our family. Mama claims we'll have life everlasting if we follow the teachings of her Bible. But you know what? I don't want life everlasting. I want that moment right there, right then, with everybody's voice lifting up on America. America, God shed his grace on thee. I wanted now. Yesterday, I ran into Mira in the hallway. Hey, Spider, she said, where you've been? I shrugged. I had missed the first meet. When I left school in the afternoons, I steered clear of the gym. My legs felt heavy these days, heavy and tight and useless. The 200, Mira said. You would have won easy, girl. She smiled, looking puzzled. No more track for you? Nah, I said. No more track for me. Too bad, Spider. You with all those legs. She turned and headed quickly down the hall, but I just stood there. My legs felt like they were weighed a ton. My body felt like it weighed even more than that. Lockers slammed around me. Kids laughed and called out to each other. Someone pushed past me, then excused herself. Someone dropped a book and got called a dork for doing it. Soon the hall was empty and still. At night, long after she'd done with her lesson plans, I could hear Mama crying. She closes the bathroom door, but the sound leaks through. She turns on the faucet, but her sobs still carry. The doctors say if things go well, my father will be home in a month or so. Is he in a straitjacket? I asked my mother the first night. No, Mama said softly, of course not. The hospital is named for one of the apostles. The walls are white. The floors are light gray. My father's wrist is bandaged. A physical therapist makes him squeeze a tennis ball to get the use of his fingers back. A psychiatrist asks about his life. When I visit, my father smiles. Hey, Copperpenny, he whispers. Everything's going to be all right now. The medication makes me sleepy, he says, but it helps me remember who I used to be. If the soul is memory, mine has left me. There's tomorrow and the day after. And when I get there, there isn't a yesterday anymore. There is each moment that I spend with Daddy. One more that I almost didn't have. You run the quarter mile in increments or splits, as they called in track. That first curve, the straightaway, another curve, another straightaway, and then you reach the finish line. Before I started running track, I used to think that the quarter was one long race, but it isn't. It's a bunch of little races, split up. Coach calls out your split times and you smile because it's faster than before. Split by split until the race is over. It is late December. Anna is saving up for a suitcase with wheels. What about track? She asks me. What about it? I say. It'll free you. That's what. Nothing's going to free me. Don't be stupid, Anna says. Something has to. You still planning on going to Simon's Rock? I ask. Anna nods. You don't have to graduate or anything. Nope, just the grades. I pull my running shoes from our closet, then sit them on the edge of my bed, staring at them. I think about Mira. I think about Tashawa and her developmentally delayed sister. I think about the way the buildings here go on like mountains, how there are a few green places. They take the tiniest plot of land here and plant a tree, I say. Like how do they think a tree is going to grow in that little bit of space? And then I guess the tree grows because I see big ones that must have been those stupid little ones one time. What are you talking about, T? I look up at Anna. I don't know. Cam, I whisper. It just came to my mind. Anna sits down beside me and touches my face with the back of her hand. I flinch. Pull my face away. It seems ridiculous that we're getting closer now. If part of me wants to hit her hard, ask again how she could even think about leaving, but I don't. Some days I wish Lulu and I had a huge fight and screamed out hatred at each other. That by the time I left, our friendship would have been bruised beyond repair. Then the missing wouldn't hurt. The holding on wouldn't be so deep. After a few moments, I get up, put on the running shoes in my knapsack. It won't free me, but it's all I have. So Daddy's in the hospital because he tried to hurt himself. Mama is sad about Daddy. Anna is still planning to run away and leave. And Evie was almost giving up something she enjoyed doing, running track. Let me ask you a question. Do you think the Green family will ever get to move back home?
I think so, yes.
You think so, Miss Luz? Okay. Mer, do you think they will ever get to move back home?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think yeah, they wanna do all life.
They want they want their old life. Exactly. I hope so. All right. Chapter 25. 2 days after New Year's, Coach Lay drives us to an outdoor track and tells us to run 5 quarters. All out, he says, like your life depends on it, like you're running from the boogeyman. He assigns us lanes and moves to the grassy center of the field. It is cold out and windy. The track is new and seems to go on forever. It's a quarter-mile track, Evie, Coach Lay says. Once around, all out. I stare down the straightway to where it curves, then down the back straightway to where it curves again. That's back straights gonna kick your butt in this wind, Mira says. She strides out a few times, jogging back to the group. A few other girls do so too. I can feel the burn to run in my hamstrings and deep in my throat. The track looks like it can go on and on. Maybe it can. I am wearing sweats and the racing flats Coach Lay gave me when I showed up this afternoon. You planning on staying this time? He asked, holding them away from me. The others looked on, waiting. I had expected people to be crabby, but nobody was. Yeah, I said. I can't hear you, Lay said. Yeah, I said louder. Yeah. He handed me the running shoes. They were red and white with tiny metal spikes on the bottom. The rest of your stuff is coming, he said. Just had to be sure of you first. The others were wearing running suits with our school's name on the back. The uniforms are red with white lettering. Beneath the letters, there was a foot with a wing. Coach Lee blows his whistle. We take off, hitting the curb and dropping our shoulders the way he told us to. In the distance, I can hear Coach telling us to relax on the curb. Then he says, pick up the pace as we round it. I feel myself pulling ahead of the girl in front of me. Then Lee's voice fading as I move past more girls. In the distance, I can see the Rocky Mountains, Lulu's smiling face, my grandmother holding Matt Cat in her arms. By the time we hit the final curve, I am back again, the wind leaving me so quickly. My chest feels like it's going to catch fire. I can hear Lee cheering, hear the others breathing hard behind me, hear our feet moving like two big feet in unison connected. When we get to the finish line, I can see my father standing there with his bandaged arm and hospital gown. Beside him, two girls, Evie and Tashawa, blurring into each other. I want to keep running, past the ghosts, past everyone and everything, but there isn't any more air left in me, just sadness. Newer than before and deep as everything. Spider, Myra grins between deep gulps of air. She bends over and puts her hands on my knee. You run pretty fast, but that's the last time you'll ever beat me. We jog slowly, Myra keeping a few steps ahead of me. I can see Lee standing in the center, grinning. Some girls jog past us saying, good running, and slap me on the butt. Don't listen to them, Myra says, turning around and jogging backward. They're just like me, planning how to catch you next time. She picks up her pace a little bit. The other girls follow her, but I hang back, still catching my breath. Catch up to them, Spider, Coach Lee yells. You got 4 more quarters to run. All right. So Evie is finally running again. And remember, she quit the track team in November and December and didn't go back. So now it's January and she has decided to run again. So we have 3 more chapters to go and we will be done with our book. So I'm going to mark it here and hold on, ladies, 1 second.